Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well today. In this video, let's simplify down another practice problem together. As usual, if you'd like to try this problem on your own first, go ahead and pause the video right now. Otherwise, let's go ahead and do it together. This question asks, for which of the following values for m will there be exactly one real solution to the equation 2x squared minus mx plus 8 is equal to 0? And just a quick reminder, the equation we have here is called a quadratic equation, and when we sketch it, the graph looks like this, and it's called a parabola. We're told that this quadratic equation has one real solution. That means if we were to graph it on an xy axis, it would only touch the x-axis one time. Remembering the quadratic formula, there's this part that's the square root of b squared minus 4ac. This part of the quadratic formula is called the discriminant. Now, if the discriminant is greater than 0, we're going to have two real solutions. If it's equal to 0, that means we have one real solution, and if it's less than 0, we know we have two complex or imaginary solutions. Because in this problem we're told that this equation has one real solution, we know that this b squared minus 4ac, or the discriminant, must be equal to 0. Let's look back at the equation we're given. This quadratic equation is written in standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That's good for us because right away we know that a is equal to 2, b is equal to negative m, and c is equal to positive 8. Because we know this equation has one real solution, we can set the square root of b squared minus 4ac equal to 0. And substituting our values in, we have the quantity of negative m squared minus 4 times 2 times 8. Squaring a negative gets us a positive, so we have positive m squared, and multiplying 4 times 2 times 8, we get minus 64. These are both equal to 0. To get rid of the radical, we can square both sides, and we'll have m squared minus 64 is equal to 0. And by adding 64 to both sides, we'll get m squared is equal to positive 64. Finally, taking the square root of both sides, we find that m is equal to plus or minus 8. This must mean from our choices that e is our answer of positive 8. And just for good measure, if we plug that 8 into our original equation, we'll get 2x squared minus 8x plus 8 is equal to 0. And if we factor out 2, which is the GCF, we get 2 times the quantity of x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. And this trinomial factors nicely, so we get 2 times the quantity of x minus 2 times the quantity of x minus 2 is equal to 0. Which can then be condensed to writing 2 times the quantity of x minus 2 squared is equal to 0. Then dividing both sides by 2, we get the quantity of x minus 2 squared is equal to 0, and taking the square root of both sides, we'll get x minus 2 is equal to 0, and adding 2 to both sides, we find that x is equal to 2. So when we solve this quadratic equation when m was equal to positive 8, we only got one real solution, so that checks out. I really hope you found this video helpful and that I've simplified down this practice problem for you. As always, keep up the great work, and I'll see you in the next one.